Here we go!
Hey y'all, GamerBlake90 here, proud chief of the Blue Blurs, presenting you with a video where I give you my full thoughts on everything that was shown to us today in the Sonic Central Direct. So I just got done watching the Direct while streaming it with my friends, and let me tell ya, we were all losing our collective minds watching the whole thing. It made this long wait for Sonic related news feel so worth it, while at the same time, the information was shown in a way that suggests that we haven't seen everything there is to see yet, and they've already promised that there's going to be more announcements coming throughout the years. For example, we'll get more Sonic related news at the Summer Game Fest, which is happening virtually on June 10th. That's like 2 days before E3, where Sega will also be present. So, the summer ahead of us is looking to be very, very Sonic focused. And as a fan, I could not have asked for better. Now, I did live stream my reactions to the Sonic Central Direct, and normally you would see an archive that you'd get to check out afterward, but I privated that archive for 2 reasons. First of all, I made the rookie mistake of starting the stream on my YouTube control room showing, which means I may have accidentally leaked my stream key, though I can change it up whenever I want, so I guess that's not too much of a concern, but I didn't want to take chances, so I went ahead and hid the archive. And secondly, what I wanted to do was isolate specific portions of that archive, basically my reactions to the biggest things about the Sonic Central Direct, I'm pretty sure you can guess which ones those are, and make them as separate videos so you guys can jump straight to my reactions about the best parts of a Direct instead of having to dig through an hour-long archive. I figured it would be better for you that way, but right now I can't get those up yet because YouTube is being particularly slow with processing the archive. Hang tight though, I will have those videos up as soon as I can. I'm starting to wish I had just recorded my reactions instead of live streaming them so I wouldn't have this issue, but oh well, you live and learn, right? Wait a minute. Okay, before I drop any more unintended references, let's get down to what you're here for. The aftermath of the Sonic Central Direct. So, let's do this. Before we get started, let me get this out of the way right now. I'm not going to cover everything that was shown in the Direct today, as it would kinda detract from the point of watching the Direct for yourself, and I don't want to do that at all. So I'm going to cover the parts of the Direct that stood out to me the most in this video. So before you do watch this video, I strongly recommend that if you haven't already, go and watch the Sonic Central Direct for yourself at the Sonic YouTube channel. That way, you'll have an idea of what's coming. Alright guys, it's time to reach for the stars.
I'm gonna reach for the stars.
Well, actually sit back down, cause we're not gonna do that just yet. The first thing I want to do is talk about the Sonic Origins collection that was shown to us. To summarize, it's basically a re-release of all the Sonic classic titles. 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles, and of course, CD. Now, this is something that we have seen multiple times. They've been recycled for collection titles like the Sonic Mega Collection, Sonic Gems Collection, and the DS Classic Collection. In other words, nothing that we haven't already seen. But they will have some changes in comparison to their previous compilations. Aside from the obvious benefit of being able to enjoy widescreen play across consoles, they're also going to have more features added in. But no details were shared on what exactly those features would be, so yeah, we don't have a lot to talk about in regards to that. Also, for those of you who grew concerned after you saw Sonic 3 and Knuckles being played in the 4:3 aspect ratio during the Direct, you can rest easy, that's going to be in widescreen as well. I guess they just hadn't had footage of its widescreen version ready in time for the Direct, but hang tight, it's happening. And also, the lead developer for Sonic 3 Air, the fan-made widescreen port of Sonic 3, has already confirmed that support for the game will continue even after Sonic Origins releases. Yeah, I'm madly relieved about that too. I am curious about these new features the updated Sonic 3 will have that will set it apart from its Sonic 3 Air counterpart, but I think I have a good idea of what's coming our way. If you look back at the footage of Sonic 1, 2, and CD in a clip about Sonic Origins, it looks an awful lot like the 2013 re-releases from Christian Whitehead. In other words, the best possible versions of each of those games. That seems to be what we're going to be getting in an official release, for consoles no less. As someone who originated in the classic era for Sonic, this is really hyping me up to see that they'll finally be re-released for modernized consoles, including Sonic 3. I think part of the reason we glimpsed it being played in the 4:3 aspect ratio is because they are currently working on a Christian Whitehead version of that game. You know, that same mobile port that the man himself was working on back in 2013, only for it to never break the surface. Well, it was almost 10 years in the making, but now it's finally going to see the light of day. I am so glad that that video I made about the Sonic Collection a while back turned out to be true. The hints we got of the game being leaked across French retailers online were not misleading after all. Woo! Now, in the 2013 re-releases of Sonic 1 and 2, you could play as Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles, and switch up your variety of shields. But considering that all of those things are already possible in Sonic 3, what the heck are they gonna add to that game that Sonic 3 Air hasn't already achieved? Sega, if you have it in you to amaze us again, I'm ready for it. Now, I will confess that I was kinda hoping to see the non-classic titles included in a collection of their own. You know, the adventure games, Heroes, maybe Shadow the Hedgehog, most likely not 06 because of the stain it left on Sonic's reputation, unfortunately. But what about Unleashed, Generations, Lost World? After all, Colors got a remaster, so it certainly doesn't erase the possibility that other games could get a similar treatment, whether they are bundled as part of a collection or not. But there may be reasons for that, which leads me to Sonic Colors Ultimate. We've been excited about it ever since it was leaked earlier this April, and now this is no longer a rumor, but an undeniable fact. In 4 months from now, the remastered version of Sonic Colors Ultimate will finally be in our hands, and as someone who had the privilege of finishing the game just recently, heck yeah, I'm hyped. And better yet, it will no longer be a console exclusive. Whether you own an Xbox, a PlayStation, a Switch, or PC, you'll get to play Sonic Colors. For some reason though, it was never listed for a PS5 release, but you can play PS4 games with backwards compatibility on the PS5, so there's something. Though I am kinda confused that it got an Xbox Series X release but not PS5, unless they just forgot to include that in the trailer? Who knows? Now, just in case you're about to dismiss Colors Ultimate as just an HD upscaling in the original game, let me prove you wrong right this second. It does come with additional content, and like some have suspected, it appears the success of the Sonic movie will be influencing future releases from Sega. Sonic Colors Ultimate will be among the first games to be affected. If you get the physical edition of the game, you'll get yourself a baby Sonic keychain, resembling how he looked in the Sonic movie before he grew up. And let me just say, it looks so cute! I can't wait to actually have that. Now, the problem is I pre-ordered the digital edition, so sadly I'm not gonna get the keychain with that, but whatever, I'll play the second pre-order down the line and get the physical edition. I don't care how much money I had to drop on this. I've been excited for this for a long time, and well, what feels like a long time, but in reality it's only been a month when it was hinted towards. You know what I mean though, right? Now, on to the digital deluxe edition. The benefits of getting this game digitally are as follows. Early access, which means you'll get to play the game about a week ahead of everyone else, I think like September 3rd or somewhere around that. There's also exclusive music, like that remix you heard during the Sonic Colors Ultimate trailer, which is just fire, baby! There are also gold and silver wearables, and if you watch the trailer closely, you might have noticed some changes to Sonic's gloves and shoes during the game. Our blue boy about to get some drip! Now, I think these things are purely for cosmetic value. I don't know if they will influence Sonic's abilities like the Wisps will. You know, the multicolored aliens that give him special abilities, for those of you that haven't played Colors before, which is a shame if you haven't, but I find it likely considering it was initially a Nintendo Wii and DS exclusive. But don't worry, you'll finally get to see why this game is so loved. Or hated depending on who you ask. Next up, we've got exclusive player icons which resemble, guess what, Movie Sonic. He's getting quite popular these days, and rightfully so. But why do we need these, you might be asking? Because Sonic Colors didn't initially have online play when it was released 10 years ago. Well, it does now. When I went to pre-order my copy of the game on the PlayStation Network, I saw a note about needing the PlayStation Plus subscription for online play. The second I saw that, my hype levels went up to well over 9,000. Yo, Y'all don't want to see me in colors, man. If we're getting an online versus mode of sorts, I will scrap you all in colors. I'll even put money on it. Let's go. Come at me, bro. But seriously, I'm really glad to see the Sonic Colors is getting online compatibility. I always hated that Sonic Mania never had that, aside from the option to upload our records to a leaderboard, much like how you could do in both episodes of Sonic 4, but that was hardly anything to work with. But hey, we're finally going to get the enjoyable luxury of outracing our friends in Sonic Colors Online. Let's go! As far as how it will work, I can only guess, but from what I remember, while Sonic Colors didn't originally have online compatibility on the Wii, I think it had a co-op mode of sorts where you could play with your friends. So maybe it'll play something like that, but that was never an option I got to enjoy at the time because I didn't have friends to play it with, at least not in person. So I really couldn't begin to tell you what they have in mind for the online multiplayer, but we're not gonna have to wait terribly long. We'll have to wait like a third of a year before we know anything. And now finally on to what might be the most controversial aspect of the Digital Deluxe benefit. The final benefit of a digital edition is a movie Sonic booth. Now when I first saw this, I didn't quite understand what it meant, and then I took a closer look at some screenshots, and it all clicked. No, you're not gonna get to play as movie Sonic despite the existence of the player icons, but with a digital edition, you'll have the luxury of applying an electrical after effect to Sonic's aura as he is applying the boost mechanic. In other words, he's going to have electricity all around his body while boosting. The very same electricity that you glimpsed on his body in the Sonic movie, and which proved highly crucial to the plot. Now, I hate to have to bring up a silly subject here, but I've noticed that the topic of Sonic having electricity has created a recent divide in the Sonic community. And I'm just like, has he not been treated to electrical effects since Sonic 3 with the introduction of the electric shield? Why all of a sudden it is a problem exactly? Him emitting electricity is nothing new to Sonic. Like, I don't get it, bruh. Why do you need to take a side here? I, for one, think it's cool, but they are paying homage to the Sonic movie, as they should considering how darn well it did. And although the anti-electricity people will be against me for saying this, I hope they keep rolling with this theme. By the way, there's also a digital standard edition, and that comes with the player icons and the Sonic movie booth. And as was said earlier, there is a $5 difference between the standard edition, which is $40, and the deluxe edition, which is $45. So if you were struggling trying to figure out which edition of the game you should purchase, I just made it much easier for you. Thank me later. Now onto the base package for Sonic Colors Ultimate. The core of the gameplay remains relatively unchanged. As Sonic, you speed through multicolored worlds in outer space while utilizing special abilities given to you by the Wisps in order to combat Dr. Eggman. Basically, the same story as you know from 10 years ago. But this time, Colors is going to be looking so much prettier this console generation, as it showed up from the very beginning, because the biggest strength of Colors was always in its visuals, and that was somewhat hampered by the graphical limitations of a Nintendo Wii, though it still did look good to its credit. But now, it's gonna look better than ever. Bruh, Starlight Carnival and Planet Wisp in this crispy HD, yo! You can't see my face right now, but bruh, I'm in paradise right now. There's no other way to put it. But the new features do not stop with the deluxe edition, nuh-uh. Check it out. We're also going to be getting a Rival Rush mode where we race against Metal Sonic to unlock rewards. No, Metal Sonic wasn't initially in Colors, but it looks like he's making a surprise appearance in the re-release. And it's a welcome surprise at that. Like there was that structure of the world map screen that may tend to overlook. It's where you play through virtual missions, and the more red rings you collect, the more of these you get to play through. I almost think Sega copied the concept of virtual mission from the Metal Gear franchise, but it could be coincidence. And no, I'm not sure if Rival Rush will be included in the online multiplayer. It's most likely going to be a single player feature, just like the Doppelganger missions were in Generation. Still, Metal Sonic and Sonic Colors. Not a thought you'd expected to see 10 years ago, wasn't it? But Metal Sonic had another purpose aside from making a surprise appearance in the game. Y'all might remember Team Sonic Racing Overdrive and Sonic Mania Adventures, both of which were animated shorts based on the games they were named after. Well, Sega is bringing back the concept of the animated Sonic shorts, this time for Sonic Colors, in a brand new 2-part series called Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps. This series will take place during the events of Sonic Colors, but with some variations. First of all, there's gonna be voiceovers, unlike in the last two series we've seen by Tyson Hess, the animator who brought us Team Sonic Racing Overdrive and Mania Adventures. I'm pretty sure he is also heading up development for Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps as well, because I distinctly recognize his animation style. And here's another key difference. This series is not taking the silent approach this time. Sonic, Tails, Orbot, Cubot, Eggman, and whoever else pops up, they're all gonna be voiced. And just like that, we can see an advantage to Roger Craig Smith returning to the role of Sonic, an event that I covered in a video I made last night. He had previously voiced Sonic in Colors, so it only makes sense to brought him back, this time for an animated short series. And as far as Sonic Colors Ultimate itself, there might be some additional lines of dialogue added in, judging by what I heard in the trailer, but I would not bet money on that. Still, it's nice to see a steady degree of consistency being maintained for the Sonic series. We got a quick glimpse at the first episode of Rise of the Wisps, but we're not going to get to see it in full until later this summer. Could be a Summer Game Fest or E3, I don't know, we will see. This series will take place primarily at the Sweet Mountain stage, where Sonic and Tails will be looking for the Jade Ghost Wisp, while eluding capture from Dr. Eggman and his robot army, Metal Sonic included. How Metal Sonic is going to factor into this story is definitely going to be interesting. And come on, Sonic, Metal does not look hideous, show a little more respect. So who all here is hyped to hear Roger, Colleen, and Mike contribute more to the magic of Sonic Colors, whether it be in the game or through a different avenue? I know for a fact I am. And seriously, that animation looks so crisp, like I cannot believe it's a thing. It is amazing. Okay, we've given enough attention to Sonic Colors as it stands. It's now time to turn towards the other big topic that this video is going to address. Well, as big as it's possibly going to be, because this very last part of the Direct left us with so little information to work with and yet so many questions. I've straight up been trying to analyze this clip all day and keep coming up empty-handed. I'm pretty sure you can guess what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the same clip that was teased for like 7 frames at the very end of the Unstoppable for Generations montage that's on Twitter shared. That same clip showed his face again in the Direct, but with way more than just 7 frames, and yet not that much more at the same time. Let's look at this clip again. It opens in pretty much the same fashion. Sonic is seen running through a forested region with sky blue energy coursing all over his body, as well as what looks like pixels. Kind of reminds me of the effect that the Wisps have on Sonic whenever he's carrying one. If this is correct, then I guess the Wisps are becoming a mainstay in the series. With all Beloved have been shown to Colors Ultimate, this is looking likely. And while I really don't mind this, seeing as I like them, I don't know why they couldn't have just stayed in Colors. Why did they have to become a recurring element in the Sonic series? Cool as they may be. But one of the detail I picked up on, so this could just be coincidence, is how Sonic's shoes looked visually. They looked kind of bendy, much like the style of shoes he wore during the Adventure era. This is giving me hope that Adventure elements may have found their way into the gameplay for whatever this next Sonic game is, seeing as they never dropped a title for it. But they did leave us with 2 things. A release date for next year, which we all saw coming, and this mysterious symbol that Sonic runs through at the very end of the clip. It's been bothering me all day, and yet, no matter how long I've analyzed it, I don't know what exactly it's supposed to suggest. Is it maybe the subtitle from the next game but not entirely translated? Like, what approach are they going with this time? Like seriously, that image is going to haunt me up until the next time we talk about Sonic's 30th anniversary. It really is. Unlike with Rise of the Wisps, this trailer does take a silent approach, using a CGI style like the Sonic Voices trailer that we've seen during the San Diego Comic-Con. Only it is much shorter and confusing is the best word I can use here. Like, I'm grateful for this teaser of the next game, but it didn't really give us a hint about anything. Just a brief glimpse of Sonic running through a forest with energy sweeping all over him, and then just nothing but a weird symbol that I still can't translate. The fact they showed us so little of this clip make me worried about just how well the development cycle for the next game is coming along. If they don't have all that much to show at the moment, then it makes me wonder if a 2022 release date will be feasible at all. Not that I'm hoping for a delay, because I most definitely am not, we've waited long as it is, but if it is essential, then it may have to be done. They've had to do that one with Team Sonic Racing before it finally released. I think it was in May 2019 when it came out. And I have to ask again, what need is there to obscure Sonic's face? Like, what are they trying to hide? We know from the rest of his body that that's obviously Sonic, but what do they have to hide from us exactly, besides whatever effect that aura is having on him? And remember when I mentioned Sonic shoes earlier? It could just be the fact that Sega is taking full advantage of the graphical strength of the current generation console, you know, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. But if what I suspect is true, they may have finally made some updates to the modern Sonic render that we've been stuck with since 2008. Well, the same style of render, that is. They've recycled it for like well over 10 games now, just editing it so Sonic has different poses, which really doesn't do much to add to the variety. But as ambiguous as this trailer is, the visual effects still blew me away. From the very nature, it looks like Sonic Team is taking another crack at a Sonic game with a serious tone. Force already tried to tackle this and didn't quite succeed in my opinion. Here's hoping they've been taking notes about what exactly went wrong with Forces. And I'm sorry, I know people must be getting tired of me taking digs at Forces. I'm sure there are those of you that enjoy it, and I certainly don't want to antagonize you. Just giving you my opinions as always. Unfortunately, that's all I have to say about the teaser for the next Sonic game. I'm sorry again that I wasn't able to dedicate a huge section to it, but again, so little information to work with, and there wasn't really much I could do about that. But when the next Sonic presentation happens, we may learn a lot more about what was shown in this trailer. I suggest you all mark your calendars for E3 and the Summer Game Fest, because we Sonic fans are about to go wild. Now, in closing this video, I want to touch upon the subject of Sonic Colors Ultimate one more time. I'd say that I had a suspicion as to why they wouldn't bundle the Colors Remaster with other Sonic games while also giving them a similar treatment. What I hadn't expected was for them to go as all out as they did with the Colors Remaster in terms of adding in new features to refresh the experience. That may be the reason why. If they are planning on re-releasing other games, they may be planning to take a similar approach, which is really exciting to think about. And let me take this opportunity to echo a plea to Sega that I'm pretty sure many Sonic fans are making on Twitter. Please remaster Unleashed, guys. Please, 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 please. I love that game so much and absolutely deserves a remaster, please. Like, yeah, I know it's already in HD and you can play with backwards compatibility, but for one, the PlayStation Now service kinda sucks, I'm sorry to say. The backwards compatibility works much better on the Xbox family of console. But still, would you not want an updated version just like we got with Colors Ultimate with more features? Come on, tell me you wouldn't want that. Alright, it's time to tone down the hype levels, at least in the next 2 weeks. But come the 10th and 12th of June, they're going way back up. So, that's it for this video, people. Actually, wait a minute, how the heck am I gonna end this video without talking about Sonic Prime? I'm sorry about that. Although, nothing was explicitly shown about Sonic Prime, save for perhaps the Eggman logo seen directly behind Joe Kelly from Man of Action, one of the companies involved in the development of Sonic Prime. They're in partnership with WildBrain, who currently owns the catalog for all shows produced by DIC. Amongst those shows, oddly enough, are Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Saturn, and Sonic Underground, the 90s Sonic cartoons, basically. So really interesting to see what approach they will take to Sonic Prime this time. And if the Eggman logo we glimpsed during the Sonic Prime segment is any indication, methinks that Sonic and the rest of the cast are about to get quite a makeover. But I'm just gonna say this, if they look anything like how they appeared in the Sonic Boom series, we're gonna have a problem. But given how Boom bombed commercially, I can't imagine them going down that road again. We'll see though. During the Sonic Prime segment, Joe recited information that we were pretty much already privy to, but he did drop one detail that we couldn't help taking notice of. I couldn't tell at first if he said Shatterverse or Shadowverse, but the more I watched it, the more it sounded like Shatterverse. And yet, what is a Shatterverse exactly? Is that their way of saying multiverse, seeing as Sonic Prime will be set in a multiverse? Or is it more than that? Sucks we didn't get a trailer, but I wasn't really expecting one this early on, since the show is still like a year away from actually releasing. Unfortunately, just like with the teaser concerning the next Sonic game, I don't have a lot to sort through, so not sure what kind of a discussion I can ignite here. So all I can say is, let's keep an eye out, and hopefully we'll learn more soon. What did you all think of the Sonic Central Direct? Let me know your honest opinions with the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, and don't forget to sub and ring that bell. I do Sonic content of all varieties, be it news, discussions, gameplay videos, playthroughs. I do a lot of playthroughs. You'll have fun with those, I'm sure. And mod showcases and the like. If you enjoy Sonic content, you'll feel right at home in this channel because he's all I post about, with maybe some side doses of Mario. Y'all won't mind, right? But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I'm out. I'll see y'all next time. Take care and keep your eyes open for more Sonic news from Sega. Man, it feels refreshing to have something new to talk about when it comes to Sonic, but even if we didn't get anything, I still would have been gushing about Sonic all day on social media. I love this blue dude too much, and I'm not going anywhere, no matter what happens during the 30th. I am privileged, though, to be among the Sonic YouTube community, now that the Sonic series is picking up speed again. Pun intended? Maybe. And I hope you all are excited as well. Anyways, I'm out. See you next time. Blue blurs for life. Take care.